All right. I think we should be live. And I want to welcome back everybody to the first inning. And remember, we was a radio show once back in the day. And we'd like to everybody to know that you can Google us and you can search us and you can find us on any platform that you're able to listen to us on. And that's the first inning radio show. And I'm the BX Bomber and I'm along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, BX Bomber, and we are back. And the Dodgers won the World Series, and we are now in the off season.
Yeah, man. We're finally back, man, and we got some off-season things to talk about right now. And
Hey,
I got some footage of Miguel Andújar, and I found some footage of Domingo Germán down there in Dominican Republic playing in their little baseball league that they got going on down there. And they're both
like,
playing on last year's championship team. I don't know if you know that.
wow, no, I did not know that.
Yeah. So they're playing on a championship team that won last year and yeah, so we got some stuff. Hey, what's up, Henry? And Roger Henry says hello.
Hello, hello, Henry. How are you?
Um so yeah, man. I gotta get this window capture up. But yeah, what I heard through the grapevine is that DJ LeMayu he may be offered a 5 year deal,
I see, I see.
and it
I
might
always thought
be
that the Yankees. Oh,
at 130 million for 5 years, something like that. That's what they're speculating that DJ LeMayu may get. So he could be returning back to the Yankees, man. So hopefully that'll be a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I really did believe that DJ LeMahieu made the offense go last year. They really depended on him. He hit 364 last year and won the batting title, and he really is responsible for really making the offense go. And many people compare him to Paul O'Neill of the 1990s with the way that he keeps the Yankees offense going. So I believe that Hal Steinbrenner would want to have him back.
Yeah, man. I hope so, man. We need him back. And matter of fact, let's get into this footage of Domingo Germán here. I'm gonna share my screen with you, Roger,
Okay.
and you can see this as well. And we're gonna get into a screen share here, and I'm gonna show what's going on with Domingo Germán here. Can you see that, Roger, over there?
I see your screen on. Yes, I see the screen on,
Perfect.
and and there we are. I see it up now.
Perfect. Let's get into this little footage that I got of Domingo Germán. Let's see what it looks like
Okay,
after this commercial here.
right.
Doesn't want to click. There we go. Sound up. Sounds like. Okay, let's see. Let's play this.
Ayer me sentí muy bien, gracias a Dios, me sentí muy cómodo. El equipo, tuvimos una buena comunicación en el clubhouse. Los grandes veteranos como Felipe, estuvimos hablando y me transmitían esa confianza de yo subirme al montículo y hacer esa gran labor. Me sentí bien al ser parte del no-hitter, ya que tenían algunos 20 y pico de años que no se realizaba una obra como esta, y bien agradecido con mi trabajo, gracias a Dios, y debutar de esta gran manera. Me siento satisfecho con la gerencia de los toros
That's
por
an
darme
interesting
también
uniform he
la
has on.
oportunidad y esa confianza de darme el primer juego. y como lo dije en la entrevista, que no le iba a defraudar, que es una responsabilidad y que se le va a tener ahí. Gracias a Dios cumplí mi labor, me siento bien agradecido conmigo mismo y con el equipo, con los otros relevos, que hicieron un gran trabajo también manteniendo el juego de tal manera como lo dejé. Muchas felicidades para ellos y nada, seguí igual hasta con el mismo ritmo y el mismo entusiasmo hasta el final de la temporada. Muchas gracias.
Well, what he said there was he's pitching very
Ayer me
well.
sentí muy bien.
He said he felt real good on the mound, and he felt good again to throw the baseball again. And he said he was lucky enough to start off that no hitter that they threw. That team that he started, that game that he started when he pitched, it
Mhm.
ended up being a combination into a no hitter. So
Wow.
he helped throw a no hitter. He set off the no hitter. so so and if you could see right there, the ball looks great coming out of his hands. You know?
Yes, and they were some nicely well located pitches.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can maybe I can find maybe location on this there. But check that out. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. I mean,
Yes, I can see it. I can't hear the audio, but I can see
right.
it.
I have it paused right now. Hopefully, let me see if I can bring it up all the way. If it comes up all the way. Okay. You see that?
Yeah, there's yes.
That's a curveball. Let's say I don't know what to tell it. What's that ball that dips like that? Is it a curve? There's a
There's
name
a
for
couple
it.
of ones. There are several. There's a knuckle curve. There are sliders and there are splitters that all do similar things.
Yeah, this is a splitter because this one, you see how high it get? You see how high it is right there? And that thing just drops to the floor.
Right now, it is right in the batter's eye. You know, he can see it very well, and he's going to swing on the plane that he thinks it's coming in, but then it drops off on him.
Right. Let me see if I can move it up just a little bit. Look where the ball is now.
Right.
It totally drops. And if he was to hit that, that'll be definitely a foul ball because that thing has so much spin on it. Forget about it.
Right. Right. And Domingo Germán in this video looked pretty good. And after leaving the suspension, I think he could really contribute to the 21 Yankees.
Yeah, he really could, man, because we need him at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it would be real nice. And he'll be pretty much cheap. You know, I mean,
Yes.
he
Yes.
pretty much. It's gonna be cheap because what are they gonna pay him? The league minimum, something like that, right? They're paying him.
Probably a little bit above because he has a little bit of service time, but I don't think he'd be making $1 million, but he'd be making a huge amount of money for you and me. But he probably would be making 600,000, 700,000.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, for the season.
they have the 7 strikeouts of Domingo Germán here that I want to get into as
Oh,
well. But
okay.
before we get into Domingo Germán, I want to show you this footage of Miguel Andújar. I gotta move this thing out of the way. Oh my God! It's word of the street, Uncle Nick. Yeah, Uncle Nick is in the building. Oh man, this is awesome. That's dope.
Holy cow!
That's dope.
Nick.
The Wolf Pack. That's dope, man. I'm a big fan of Uncle Nick, man. And if anybody likes just anything news, Uncle Nick is the guy,
Hip
man.
hop.
No, he does everything. I mean, if you're
You, Uncle Nick. I check out your shows. I enjoy them.
yeah, man. He does pretty much anything. If you mess up in the celebrity eye, he's pretty much gonna roast you pretty much. And he does a good job at it, man. And he deserves
Oh yeah, I enjoy them. I
Yeah,
watch them pretty often.
yeah, man. I actually I try to help him do the Christmas do the Christmas giveaway and everything, and it worked out the first year. But then and salute to Uncle Nick, right back to you, man. We did the Christmas thing, and they kind of flaked out on us. Uh, I don't know why they backed up, because Uncle Nick, he had all the stuff coming in, and he was donating stuff, and it was just
That
about
was a
that.
good vlog.
Yeah, it was good, and but the people kind of flaked out on it. I don't know why, man. That kind of upset me, man. And then he had a thing to take him to National Geographic, the aquarium
Hmm.
thing, and they dipped out on us, man. And I don't know why, because maybe I have no idea, but they just didn't want to do it. I was like, man, that's messed up, because he was gonna donate the time and everything, and I don't see how anybody would
Right.
get in trouble for anything like that. Of no matter
Yep.
who you are, what does it matter if it's, you could just donate your time and give back to the kids, right? And they wasn't
Hmm.
going for it this time, and that kind of upset me, man. But I really support him anytime. But let me show you Miguel Andújar.
Okay.
Check this video out. He's hitting the ball very well.
Excellent. Well, he's always been a very good hitter. They just have to run a position for him.
Second base. That's the utility guy right there. You got to make him a utility man.
Right.
Here's my problem with Andújar. He's double pumping. I want him to grab the ball, throw it to first. I want, like that. That's what I want him to do. But he's not doing it. Look, he's double pumping. Stop that. Stop that.
Yes, he always
Grab the
does
ball,
that.
throw it to first. But he's double pumping. That takes, and these guys in the major leagues, they run fast. It's no good. The Yankees, I know, are seeing this video and they're very upset.
Right.
Because he's gotta get up on that ball and throw that ball. But the hitting is phenomenal. Look at this.
Oh yeah. That has always been his strength, his hitting. He has always been an outstanding hitter. It's just a matter of finding a position for him. He had some trouble in the outfield, and Urshela is a much better fielding third baseman. But he has always been an outstanding hitter.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. That's what we got on that there. So, yeah, these guys are getting around. They're getting around. Hopefully, that can transcend to the major leagues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we need that going on really quick. Oh man, let me read what Uncle Nick wrote here. He said much respect, guys. They said my content was explicit. Yeah, we did make
Uncle
history
Nick,
though, man.
I am a subscriber to Uncle Nick, and I enjoy your shows, and I like the hip hop music. And I go back to the '80s with hip hop. I'm an older dude in his 50s, so I go back to the early days of hip hop and really enjoy your shows.
Yeah, he to me, he's like the ultimate New Yorker in my book, man. I mean, if you look at New Yorker, Uncle Nick is a good example, man. He he's a good example of a New Yorker, man. Good New Yorker too. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Let me bring this out of screen share so I can go back to the video. I could stop the share. Stop the share.
you're back on
Yeah,
for me here.
perfect. But yeah, man. I don't know why they did that. Hold on. Let me get me back on the big screen here. Thing is not acting.
Oh,
It acts slow sometimes.
right. Well, you're not only hosting the show, but you're also doing all the producing.
Yeah, man. It's you know what? When you're doing all this stuff, it's not that easy.
No, no, you're trying to give content, and you're also producing at the same time. And but otherwise, I was happy with this Yankee season. I mean, they had a period of time where they started the year very well, and then they had a very down period, and then they had that 10-game winning streak, and then they finished slow and finished year at 33 wins and 27 losses. But did hit a lot of home runs once again, and DJ LeMahieu batted 364, and Luke Voigt had 22 home runs. And then they did a good job beating the Indians in the wild card round, winning 2 games to none, and then took the Tampa Bay Rays to 5 games. And that fifth game could have gone either way. The luck was just on the side of the Rays when Brasso hit that home run off of Chapman. And so, many people are frustrated with the Yankees going over a decade of not being in the World Series, but they always are a competitive team every year.
Well, yes, but now the problem is the Mets. It's a good time to be a Mets fan. Let me tell you, it's a good time to be a Mets fan because Yankee
So,
fans,
hey,
I'm telling you, if Cashman don't get it right, the Mets fans are gonna own New York soon, and you're gonna be mad when you see that orange and blue out there. I'm telling you, and it's gonna be cold
oh,
because of Pete Alonso, man. Um, this new owner, he wants to get a lot of guys. Springer, Gregory Springer, George Springer. Is this Gregory?
George Springer, yeah, the Astros.
He's going to the Mets. They already
Wow.
got they already got that other guy. He's re-signing. So they're gonna have a little team going there, and you better
Yeah,
hope they don't pay money for DJ LeMahieu too. They could take him and steal him.
right,
You know.
right. That's a possibility. You never know. But I know Steve Cohen is worth $14 billion, and George Steinbrenner is worth $2 billion. So George Steinbrenner is no small fry as far as money's concerned. But Steve Cohen is worth $14 billion, and Mets fans are rejoicing that the Wilpons are gone. That Wilpon is gone as owner, and
Yeah.
they're very happy that Steve Cohen has come in as owner.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it, man, because I want to see the Mets do well. I really do. I really want to see the Mets do well, man. And we really need
Right.
the Mets to do well, and it's not fun. It's not fun in New York City without the Mets, man. It's really not, man. It's really not fun without the Mets cuz if the Mets don't do good, then you don't see no Met fans. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When the Mets are good, you see all the Met fans out. Met hats, Met
Right.
jerseys, all that. But I want the Met fans to be like the Yankee fans. Wear your colors all year round, man. Even if they're
Right.
bad or good, wear it, because that's fun, man. It makes baseball fun. And I'm not a hater of the Mets really because back in the day when it started, I went to the first Subway Series game with the Mets and Yankees,
Mhm.
and the Mets won that game too with a Mike Piazza home run over the center field wall. I was there. That was in the
Right.
old stadium. The first interleague game, when they started interleague, I was at that one.
Yes.
And
I went to uh, I went to several games that were called Mayor's Trophy games when I was a kid, and this was in the 1970s. And what they would play is an exhibition game at that time called the Mayor's Trophy, and it would be an exhibition game between the Mets and the Yankees. Some years they would have it at Chase Stadium, and other years at Yankee Stadium. And they were very prevalent throughout that time of the 70s, and that was for bragging rights of the city. But now that we have interleague play, and they play every year during the regular season, they don't have the Mayor's trophies anymore. But go on the internet and research the Mayor's Trophy games, and you'll see some of the games that were taking place in the 70s.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But from when it started, um, the atmosphere was crazy. Back in the '90s, it was way worse.
Right.
When it had the interleague, there was fights in the tier reserve. Mets and Yankee fans brawling. That I mean, taking the
Yeah.
train home. If you was a Met fan, that was like Warriors, like the movie Warriors, man. Trying to get back to
Hey,
Coney Island, man. If you had a Mets, if you had a Mets stuff on, oh man, it's like Warriors back in that day, man. That was crazy. But um, the rivalry has become washed out in the last 20 years, let's say. After the Yankees beat them in the World Series in 2000 and all those failed attempts of making a World Series and trying to go back, like the rivalry has just gone away. You know what I'm saying? So there pretty much isn't no rivalry with the Mets and Yankees anymore because the Mets have been so bad for the last 20
well,
years.
it simmered down because every year they're playing at least 6 games. Every year they're playing 6 games, so it has simmered down. The novelty has worn off. That is the word, the novelty. They play every year, so the novelty has worn off, and it has simmered down a bit. But I still enjoy them. I still enjoy the Yankees Mets games, and you do hear a lot about how Yankee fans hate the Mets and Mets fans hate the Yankees, but I don't feel that way. The Mets don't really have any effect on the Yankees. They're in different leagues and they play in different divisions, and that's good for the city to have two very good baseball teams. For decades and decades, New York City supported 3 baseball teams: Brooklyn Dodgers, the New York Giants, and the New York Yankees. So this city is certainly big enough to handle two good winning baseball teams.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And you know what? They got a good chance, man, of doing a lot of damage, man, in this day and age, man. So uh Cashman, you better get it together because if not, you about to be fired, homie. That's all I
Right.
know.
Holy cow. Cashman's been there for 20 years now.
Yeah, I know. And he's only
And
won one championship by himself. He only won one by himself.
right. That's true.
And
That's
not only
true.
that, not only that, um the Marlins hired the woman GM, Kim
Kim
whatever,
Ing,
right,
NG, but she pronounces it Ing.
right, and the Yankees hit her. They hit her from the public. I never knew that we had a assistant woman general manager, and I got all the publications and magazines and all kind of crap, and I never knew there was a woman assistant general manager at that time.
Well, when you look on the yearbook, she's got a small picture as being in the front office. I didn't get the yearbook in 2020. No one really got the yearbook because there were no fans in the stadium. I guess I could send away for it, but I didn't get the 2020 yearbook.
Matter of fact,
No, I collect them.
I gotta we gotta find that. I'll see if they
Yeah.
have it. But yeah, but let's get into baseball news here, man. And let's see what we got
Okay.
on the thing here. Hold on a minute. I gotta screen share with you again so you can see my screen.
Okay. As you're doing that, I'll just say that 2020 was very disappointing with all of the horrible things that were happening throughout the year and the pandemic. And I am hoping that 21 will be a better year. I know the pandemic is raging right now throughout the winter, but I'm hoping to be able to be up and see BX Bomber in person again in 21 and get to some baseball games and do some things with him. So I certainly am hoping 21 will be a better year than 20.
Yeah, we definitely needed to be, man. Because it was tough, man. I mean, as long as we got to see baseball, but the Yankees still choked, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I don't know how the hell they did it, but we were set up to win this thing, man. Like, you understand? Like, it was handed to us.
yeah,
It couldn't get no better than what it was, man. And then, man, and Chapman had to blow the damn home run, man. Unbelievable.
yeah.
Then they don't want to hit in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Then they don't want it. They hit all year, 1,000 home runs here and there, but when they get to the playoffs, can't hit nothing. Always.
Well, that has happened quite a bit, and also it happens to many teams because the playoff pitching becomes far superior. During the season, teams are using the number 4 and number 5 starters. During the playoffs, you're using their top 3, so the level of pitching increases significantly during the postseason, and many teams will have trouble with their hitting.
No, it's absolutely true. But I come up to the MLB website here, and
Okay.
the big news that we'd have here is where is DJ LeMahieu going?
Hmm.
Okay. Um, they think LeMahieu could get a lot of money in other places, right? Like they talking about
Right.
Tanaka. Tanaka, he might be going to Anaheim, Angels of
Oh my
Anaheim.
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna
Well,
get
his
it.
wife his wife has always said that she wanted to be on the West Coast, and that was the big talk that they thought Tanaka would sign on the West Coast back in 2014, but he didn't. He signed with the Yankees because his wife is a pop music performer, and they thought that they would that they would prefer Los Angeles. But we'll see if the Yankees re-sign him or if they let him walk or what may be happening there. And I still think that DJ LeMahieu will probably sign with the Yankees. I know with him as a free agent and not accepting the 1 year offer that there is a possibility of him going somewhere. But I think the odds are that he loves New York and will stay with the Yankees.
Well, they got some players that'll be that. Let me throw you some names. What they're talking about here: JT Remilto, Trevor Bauer, DJ LeMahieu, George Springer, Marcel Suna. These are big names. Now,
Yes, they are.
they claim that there's about 300 or close to 300 free agents this year, this winter.
Right.
So it's crazy how you have to pick and choose your cards right. And you can actually get a player for nothing, pretty much.
Yes. Also, because there were no fans in the stands, and major league teams lost billions of dollars in revenue, that many of these free agents not may not be paid the way they were in the past. Major league teams have lost huge amounts of revenue, and it may be hard for free agents to make big paydays now.
Well, now they're talking about that luxury tax going up. They're gonna have a
I
vote.
see.
They're gonna have a vote on the luxury tax going up. So they might be able to pay these guys more money. You understand? So they can actually afford the DJ LeMahieu and a top few pitchers in the bullpen and starting five. They can do it. They got the money. They can do it. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yes,
Tanaka's not coming back, right? We got Cole, right? We got
mhm.
Cole. We got Severino. We got Domingo Germán, and we got hopefully Davy Garcia, and you got Jordan Montgomery there. Now,
Right.
the last two names aren't so strong.
Oh, Luis Severino too. As remember Luis
Yeah,
Severino.
I said him in the beginning.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Now we don't know how Severino will be, so we're gonna put him in the same category as Garcia and Montgomery. So they all three of them are potential starting five and four,
Right.
right? One of those guys are gonna have to go to the bullpen somehow.
Yeah,
and I think it might be Garcia
I see.
because
He's the young.
he's younger, and you don't want to blow out his arm too early. You know,
Right,
let him get it, let him go to the bullpen and build up his arm there. Let him bring in some arms, and then you got a nice strong guy that can take over a few innings maybe, or what have you.
right.
You know what I mean? But uh
Oh, by the way, they're not bringing back Tommy Canley. Tommy Canley has to have the Tommy John surgery, and they severed ties with Tommy Canley out of the bullpen.
yeah, that's perfect with me. They don't need to bring him back. They should have trashed him years ago. Matter of fact, they should have trashed
Right.
them. They should have trashed him the same day they bought him.
Is Tommy Canley did he Canley had some strong points and some low points. I mean, he was inconsistent. Is really what it was.
Yeah, he was getting beat around, man. You know. But they used him a lot though. There's a lot of
Right.
like Luis Sessa. That's another perfect example of them destroying his whole career pretty much by using him as the dumpster fire pitcher. You know what I mean?
Right.
To eat up all
Yeah.
those innings in 2019 and this year. You know?
Right. There's one guy that is a bit of an enigma to me. He is an enigma. Very hard to figure out, very hard to understand, and that is Loaisiga, because Loaisiga is another pitcher that has 100-mile-per-hour fastball stuff and good breaking pitches, has some powerful stuff. But whenever I see him come in, he gets knocked around quite a bit. Quite often, he will give it up, Loaisiga. And I think it might have something to do with the location of his pitches. But he is someone that shows great stuff, a great power pitcher. But he does often get knocked around quite a bit, Loaisiga.
Yeah, he sure does. But you know what? There'll be a team that can see past the numbers and say, "Oh, this guy, he can pitch," and they'll use him better than we did. You know what I mean?
I see. Well, he's under team control for a while, so I don't think he's going anywhere.
Well, we're gonna have to see what happens, man. Also,
Unless they use him for trade.
yeah, but the thing is, they gotta strengthen up that bullpen because they need some left-handed pitchers as well. And they don't have too many of
Right.
those. It's all righty. They got too many righties. They need some lefties in
Well, they
there.
have Britton and Chapman. Britton and Chapman.
Yeah, but they need some other guys to throw in. I mean, those are specialty guys. So you're only gonna see
Right.
Chapman or Zach Britton in the eighth or ninth inning, and that's if the Yankees are
Right.
winning. You know what I'm saying? We need a left. We need a few lefties for when the Yankees are losing. You know what I'm saying? And we could
Right.
throw these guys in there and start, and getting some things around. But you know
Right.
that's what's just gonna happen, man. The Mets,
Yes.
and if you look at the Mets here, they trying to buy everybody right now. Look at this guy
Yes. Yes.
Hader.
Oh,
Look at this guy Hader. Like the Yankees should be all over this guy. You know what I mean?
right.
Um, and
Hader was the Milwaukee Brewers relief pitcher for the people watching. Josh Hader pitched for the Milwaukee Brewers and was a power lefty and was very strong, helping the Brewers get to the playoffs.
yeah, man, he could be the setup man. You know what I mean?
Right, or one of them.
Yeah, yeah, or because you can have a combination of righty lefty setup man for Chapman. You know,
Yes, exactly.
and the
And
go ahead.
Chapman may be starting to slow down a little bit because I believe he's going to be 32 or 33 years old this coming year.
Wow, he's turning 33.
He may be. I'll have to check, but he's been around for a while, so I believe he may be 32 or 33 years old now. Yes, but he is still throwing 101 miles per hour. if you can go on and check Chapman's birth date, I believe that he may be 32 or 33 this year.
Holy cow, I gotta check that. But man, but he's still young though.
Yes, he's still in his prime, late 20s, early 30s, and they do have him signed for 2 more years. So he is going to be the closer. He is definitely set up as the closer. And Chapman still routinely hits at 101 miles per hour, not as often as he did several years ago, but he still is a major power pitcher.
Well, yeah, he really is, man. I mean, I wouldn't give him up because he still pitches at 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we
Exactly.
gotta give it to him there. But hopefully, the people could see something in Domingo Germán, and hopefully by showing this video to the people, maybe they can have some belief in believe in Domingo Germán. I believe in him. When I was watching him
Yeah.
out there in 2019, I used to watch him warm up and all that, and I used to scream at him at the bullpen and all that, and I used to think, man, this guy is gonna be something. You know what I mean? He has it. He's
Right. It was uh it was the July 2019 game when James from Section 420 met us with us, and we had seats in the bleachers in right field. We were sitting in the bleachers in right field, and we watched the doubleheader. We had the heat wave,
yeah,
and then I showed up for the game, and there was a massive rain out, and we met and did a vlog at the tree. And the next day we had the doubleheader, and there was a rain delay for the doubleheader. And then I came in and met you, and I had seats for you and I in the bleachers. And Domingo Germán pitched their first game against the doubleheader against the Tampa Bay Rays. And that was a really good vlog with James from Section 420 in it. And the Yankees swept the doubleheader against the Tampa Bay Rays in July of 2019. And Domingo Germán started the first game.
yeah, man. No, he's all right, man. I remember that last game he pitched. It was in the regular season, and it was CC's Sabathia's last game. That's the last time he pitched in Yankee Stadium or pitched on the baseball for whatever. The last time he pitched in major leagues
Right.
was CC Sabathia's final game.
Yeah, that is something. Yeah, that is. And so hopefully the Yankees won't hold the domestic violence case against him, and that they will give him the chance to come back and take part in the rotation in 21.
I believe so because they have him working out there. His name is on the Yankee roster. Let me double check that
Yes,
in a second. Let me go down the roster.
yes. That was when I first met James. That was in the bleachers in July of 2019. We were having a major heat
Yeah,
streak, and then 2 days later, I was going to go with you. I had tickets for you and I to see the Rockies, and that was a day that was 103 degrees with 110-degree heat index, and I just could not go that day. And your vlog for that game was way too hot, and you went yourself.
yeah,
Even
man.
Giselle wouldn't go.
Yeah, it was really hot. By the way, Domingo Germán is on the active roster for the New York Yankees. Okay, so he's on
Okay,
the roster, and Aroldis Chapman, he's he was born in 1988,
okay, 32 then.
so he's
He'll be
32. Wow.
32.
So wow, I mean, but still, that he's not old.
Also, he'll be 33 in 21. 88. 88 to 21 will be 33. He'll be 33 next year.
Yeah, but he's still not old for a pitcher.
No, no, no. He's in very good shape. He's built like a bull. He's made out of granite. He throws 100 miles per hour. He'll be going strong for quite a while.
I think Aroldis Chapman has at least 5 years. 6 years he can
Yeah,
stretch it. He can stretch it to 6 years. but he has at least 5 in him. You know, but
Remember, we have Garrett Cole until Garrett Cole is 39.
yeah. So that's a good roughly about that age is when they give up. You know, when it's time to go.
Right,
You know, well, that's any baseball player
right,
anyway. But you know,
right.
but anyway, I guess we'll end the show here. Um,
Okay, sounds good.
we've been here on a while. Um,
Okay,
we spoke about Domingo Germán, and we showed the footage, of Miguel Andújar, how he's double pumping on the ground balls, what I do not like, and hopefully Yankee management is watching this video and they'll call him in the Dominican Republic at his hotel room and tell him to stop it.
right.
Yes, and then
He,
I'll
he really
know.
has to give that up. It's a bad habit.
He has to field the ball, scoop it in, and throw. That's it. But
Yeah,
and that's how you get 3 outs, and that's how you go, and that's how you end the first inning. So anyway, I
right.
want to thank everybody for watching. This has been a great video. Hopefully the people like, share, subscribe, and we'll do it again. So please write in the comments how you like the video, and we'll see you again on Tuesday and Friday at 5 o'clock. So see ya, and so long, everybody.